an afternoon shave because I was playing with rocks, and some Memorial Day thoughts today on Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. We'll be right back. Happy Sunday. That's right, it's Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend so far. I would assume that a good number of you have Monday off for Memorial Day, and we're going to get to Memorial Day in just a second. But first off, the reason why this is a 4 p.m. shave is because we were processing some of the rocks we got on our trip. And while we're talking about that, a couple of things. Come and see us at the Shaving Cadre. That's www.theshavingcadre.com. We feel we are the finest gentlemanly forum that focuses on shaving on the interwebs. No moderators, free to join. Read the TOU, become a part of the family. Easy peasy. Secondly, don't forget to check out my other channel, which is the reason why I'm doing a 4 o'clock shave, because we were processing rocks. That's Rocks and Roads. I'll put the link down in the description down here. So please make sure you come and visit us over there. We're trying to build a channel. I think we've got just under 40 subscribers right now. So if you're a subscriber here, please become a subscriber over there, because if you do, you'll have an extra entry in the big watch giveaway. And I've got some news on that too. What else? Oh, also Tuesday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific, our live show with my buddy Nurse Dave and myself. And we will be here this Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific. So please join us for that. Subscribe over there as well. In fact, I'll make a thing. If you subscribe here and you subscribe at Rocks and Roads and you subscribe over at Drinks and Days, I'll give you 3 chances to win the stuff. So let's talk about that. What am I giving away? Well, I'm giving away a watch. I'm not going to tell you the watch, because it is a nice one. It's brand new, and everybody should have one of these watches in their stable, period. That's all I'll say. Now, the second news is part of that gift, and I'm hoping if we can, because we're at 1792 right now, so we got 200, got a long way to go, but if we can get to 2,000 by the end of July, I've got some really good news. Doc Holliday, Hombre's Doc Holliday, is in production. That's right, the newest in the Tombstone line of Hombre's Barbershop soaps is in production as we speak. And we're going to have a soap and an aftershave tonic made by the soap maker par excellence, C.B. Lindsay. I'll go over the notes at a later time, but it is going to be perfect. The fragrance is absolutely spot on. Has a little bit of the original Hombres, a little bit of spaghetti western, and then all about Doc Holliday. It's going to be awesome. So, like I said, subscribe to all these channels and you'll have more chances to win. We are doing a straight razor shave today, and the set that I'm using is primarily Japanese focused. And I'll tell you why after we finish our first pass, because I'm extremely excited about something, but I don't want to jinx it. So we'll go over that in just a second. But the razor I'm using today is a Japanese straight with the original tortoise scales. You can't get tortoise scales anymore. So let's go. Okay, let's discuss Memorial Day. Now, there are some people that really get upset at the fact that there's all these retail sales and stuff like that. You know what? The reason why Memorial Day is the way it is because the freedoms that we're allowed in this country allow those retailers to jump into your pockets and jump into your wallets and give you a good deal. So I don't begrudge that. If you're enjoying yourself and you're enjoying the freedom that those soldiers that have fallen are giving you, then more power to you, as long as you remember what the day's about. The day is not about barbecues. The day is not about sales. The day is about honoring our fallen. And what I mean by our fallen, anyone who served in any capacity in the United States military. And I'll go one step further and say it served in the military anywhere. It is to give them reverence. At least at some point in your day, if you would bow your head tomorrow and say, thank you for what you gave up so I can do what I do. That is the most important about Memorial Day. Now, here are some pet peeves. For those of us that served in forward combat positions, and in my case, combat rescue, because I think most of you guys know what I did in the military. So when everybody was running away, we were running toward to save people, or as we say, so that others may live. That being said, Memorial Day for most of us that are combat veterans or combat retirees, such as myself, or anyone who served in the military that is still walking upright and standing, Memorial Day can be rough on us. Many of us will volunteer at a veteran cemetery, and here's why. And I can't say it any more simple. We came home. Many of us did not come home and continue not to come home. That is what Memorial Day is for. For those of us, again, that served in combat positions, we saw our brethren die right in front of us. So we feel guilty because we made it home. I mean, we're happy that we made it home, but it is a very, very, very solemn day for most veterans. So that being said, and I know that the intentions are good. Trust me, I get it. Do not, if you find out somebody is a veteran or served in the military or is a spouse of somebody who died in the military, please do not wish them a happy Memorial Day. Again, we understand the reason behind it because you want to wish them the well. But guess what? We have a day for that. For those of us that are still standing, still walking, it's called Veterans Day. So Memorial Day, a lot of times if you say, Happy Memorial Day to a veteran, you're going to see their mood not be very good because it's guilt. Why should I be wished a happy day when I made it home and my brother didn't? So just a word to the wise. If you know a vet, don't say Happy Memorial Day. Just give him reverence and say, you know what, I know that you're thinking about your fallen brothers and sisters. Then on Veterans Day, do what you need to do. But a lot of veterans, as I said earlier, they get upset because you guys are going out and having barbecues and you guys are celebrating Memorial Day. And you know what? Those guys have got an issue. Because you know what? You should be able to celebrate the holiday. And here's why. Because those of us that have bled and those of us that have died for our country and for your freedoms, that's what it's for. That's your freedom. So why should we be upset because we're watching you have fun? So any veteran that you see that gets upset about Memorial Day and the marketing of sales and that kind of hoo-ha, just tell them if they get upset at you, say, you know what, I'm celebrating. I'm honoring those that have fallen, but I'm also celebrating because those that have fallen have given me the freedom to do so. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I will say, there are some retailers that are closing for Memorial Day. Now, obviously, your banks, your government buildings, your trash pickup, your mail, those all close down because they're federal and it is a federal holiday. But I did not know this until today. But one of the large warehouse stores, Costco, is closed tomorrow. And I think that's a good deal because they're giving time off to show reverence for Memorial Day. So here's the deal. If you're going to spend time with family, and you're going to have a big barbecue tomorrow, or you're going to go and dump your wallet on all the good sales at all the different locations, go for it. Because you have the freedom to do so. And that's the key. It's the freedom to do so. And enjoy yourself. But as I said, I would only ask one thing at some point during the day, to just, in some quiet time, just bow your head and thank those that have fallen. Not those that are still living, but those that have fallen for your freedoms. And then go enjoy yourself. That's all I'm going to say on that. Anyways, that was kind of a Forrest Gump, Lily Tomlin, one ringy dingy, man, never mind. So I was talking about playing with rocks today. Yeah, we saw, at least sawed or sewn, whatever the hell it's called, some rocks today. And so if you go over to Rocks and Roads, you'll see 2 videos. I actually did 2 videos this morning. One because Fish On, one of my subscribers here and over there, Rich, and a good client of mine, very good client of mine, was asking, what kind of stuff do you take with you when you go on the trail? And so I did a quick video of what I have in the command center, which is the cockpit of the Jeep, and then what I have to take with us for emergencies. Because most of the time, when we're out rock hunting or we're out four-wheeling or off-roading, you're in the middle of nowhere. You're lucky if you have cell service. Thankfully, there's GPS. But, you could get caught out there a long way from home. And I mean a long way. So there's certain essential stuff that we carry with us. And that's what that video is of. And then the second video is about what rocks. And then I did a reveal of some of the stuff. Rocks today were okay. I included some agates in there as well as some of the other rocks. And it was going to be a great video of me sawing rocks and the sound of the saw and everything else. And then I realized that my big fat ass was sitting in front, and I'm not fat anymore. I've lost a lot of weight, but whatever. I put myself in between the camera and the rock saw. So basically, and then when I was done sawing the rock and going to do the big reveal, it was off camera. I was a little miffed. Anyway, and I know most of you did not want to watch 12 to 13 minutes of a golf shirt. So we ixnayed that and did a little bit of a voiceover, and I had my dough moment. A weird cleanup right here today. Again, when you're buffing, do not lift the blade. Keep it on the face. There we go. Okay, let me get cleaned up here real quick. And we'll go over all the stuff. So what is the big surprise? Well, give me a minute. So the razor today, again, and this has something to do with the surprise, is this is my only Japanese razor. I did want to get one called the Schoenberg, but John Tabor won't get rid of it because it's got my favorite color. It's orange. So John, if you're ever listening and you want to get rid of it, let me know. But in any case, a Daiichi. It's a beautiful razor, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful steel. I think it's the Yakuza steel, and then of course it still has the original tortoise scales. So that's kind of cool. So that being said, those of you that have followed me for a while, or those of you that know me, know that there are certain grail razors that I have hunted for and searched the jungles of Zimbabwe. I'm kidding. But I have an advocate who finds these razors for me. You all know him too. I'm not gonna surprise you yet. And he's found these razors for me, except for this one. So what were my grail razors? Well, my most coveted razor is this one right here. This is my Dragon razor. This was a present from my wife when I quit smoking. So that one means a lot to me. But as far as grail production razors, now I've got, more razors than I need. But there are two groups of razors that I wanted. I wanted a complete set, and I've talked about this before, of the original Jose Montserrat Poo, or JMP Philharmonicas. I got one. 12, 13, 14. So I've got all the ones that I want. So that left another grail razor, which is the Dorco 1151. Or, well, I think it's 1151. My brain's not working. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, 1151. And I searched long and hard for this, and I finally found an NOS Dorco 1151. So that left one razor. And those of you that have known me for a while know that I've been searching for this razor, have found it a couple of times, but it wasn't the right timing or anything else. So if everything goes according to plan, and I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it is the last razor that I have been looking for years, which means once I get that, oh, by the way, there's a cucumber. Once I get that, that will more than likely, in fact, I think it will be the last straight razor that I ever purchase. And I mean that because it is the final piece of the grail lore that I want. And I was fortunate enough that my wholesaler, my guy, found it in an auction, and he won the auction. So this razor should be here by the time I get back from vacation. And I'll give you a hint, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll give you a hint. See that color? That's all you need to know. But I have been searching and searching, and I hope it's what it's supposed to be. So we'll see. And my wholesaler, advocate, spy, my guy is going to send it to me, and everything else. Okay, so for the brush today, the Sorrentino Pillars of Creation is what I call this thing. But it has kind of, it's one of those brushes, Persian jar, that can fit all kinds of things. It looks like space, but it also is very oriental. The camera doesn't do it justice, but it's kind of a teal and a copper. Oh, it's just beautiful. Perfect for Arizona, but it's not turquoise. So it's really good stuff. Okay. The soap today, again, here's another hint of what's coming. I love this soap. I love the artwork and everything else. Peter does a great job, but I'm running very low, so I'm going to have to get some more. And that's right. Are you ready? That's right. Ariane and Evans. Kaizen. I love this this soap. I love the smell of it. I love the artwork and everything else. So that's the soap we use today. And all we're going to do is aftershave today, but we're going to do it in two parts. And again, the aftershave today, A&E, Kaizen, Cool Dragon. And I don't have the scent notes with me. I'm not sure what they are, But there's orange, mandarin, some other good stuff. It's probably one of the most unique fragrances of any. It's not meant to be anything. It's just unique. And Kaizen was kind of one of the soaps, if I'm not mistaken. And Peter, if I'm wrong, tell me. That kind of started it all for Ariana and Evans, and it's still, I think, one of their classics. And you know, A&E is a soap that I do need to get more of. I've got about 4 different flavors, but I need more. Oh yeah, this is for Rich. Clubman talc, the barber's favorite. So anyhow, I would ask, tell your friends, tell your parents, I don't care. Let's get to 2,000 so I can give away that watch. And I can give away the Hombres Doc Holiday. Like I said, series number 3 of the Tombstone collection. And get that to you. All right, guess what, kids? That's it for a Sunday. And instead of wishing you a happy Memorial Day, I will just say, have a nice weekend. Enjoy it with your family. And more than anything else, enjoy your day off. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and Such. We'll see you again real soon. Take care.